I found my girlfriend's phone unlocked on the kitchen counter and saw a text from her best friend saying, "Last night was incredible. I can't wait until he finds out the truth about us." The text was from Marcus. The guy she'd been telling me was like a brother to her. My hands started shaking as I read the message. Rachel had left her phone behind when she rushed out for her morning jog. She always forgot it, which used to be cute. Now I realized it might have been intentional. I scrolled up through their conversation and my world fell apart. Messages going back weeks, maybe months. Plans to meet up while I was at work. Discussions about how to handle the situation when Marcus got back from his business trip. References to hotels, to stolen moments, to a future they were planning together. But the worst part was reading about me, how I was sweet but boring, how Marcus was everything she needed but couldn't have, how they were going to tell me after Marcus got back from London, but gently, so I wouldn't be too hurt. I'd been dating Rachel for 8 months. We'd met at a coffee shop near my office, and she'd seemed perfect, smart, funny, beautiful. We'd moved in together after 6 months, and I'd been thinking about proposing. I'd even been saving up for a ring. Marcus was her best friend from college. She talked about him constantly, how he'd helped her through her parents' divorce, how he'd supported her when she was struggling with her career, how he was the most important person in her life besides me. She'd shown me pictures of them together, always emphasizing how he was like a brother to her. When Marcus moved to London for work 2 years ago, Rachel had been devastated. She'd cried for days, saying she felt like she was losing part of herself. I'd comforted her, held her while she sobbed, thinking I was being a supportive boyfriend, helping her through the loss of a platonic friendship. Now I understood why she'd been so upset, and why she'd been so excited when he announced he was moving back. I heard Rachel's key in the lock and quickly put her phone back where I'd found it. She came in sweaty and glowing from her run, kissing me on the cheek like nothing had happened. "Good run?" I asked, trying to keep my voice normal. "Amazing," she said, grabbing a water bottle from the fridge. "I feel so alive today." "I bet you do," I thought, watching her stretch in the kitchen. She was practically glowing with happiness, and now I knew why. "When does Marcus get back?" I asked casually. Her face lit up. "Tomorrow night. I can't wait for you to meet him properly. You're going to love him." The audacity of that statement made me physically nauseous. She was planning to introduce me to the man she'd been cheating with, probably so they could both laugh at how clueless I was. That day at work, I couldn't concentrate on anything. I kept thinking about all the times Rachel had mentioned Marcus, all the times she'd talked about how special their friendship was, how she'd say things like, "You wouldn't understand, we have history," when I'd ask about their relationship. I'd been jealous sometimes, I'll admit. What guy wouldn't be when their girlfriend talks about another man constantly? But Rachel had always reassured me that it was platonic, that I was being silly for worrying. She'd made me feel guilty for even questioning it. Now I realized my instincts had been right all along, but instead of trusting them, I trusted her. I went home that evening and acted normal. We cooked dinner together, watched a movie, went to bed like any other night, but I couldn't sleep. I lay there next to her, watching her peaceful face, wondering how long she'd been lying to me. The next morning, Rachel was even more excited than usual. She spent an hour getting ready, changing outfits 3 times. She was meeting Marcus at the airport, then bringing him to our apartment for dinner. "I want everything to be perfect," she said, applying lipstick for the 3rd time. "This is so important to me."
Full story link below.